I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And joining us from the sidelines is David Aldridge. It's the Denver Nuggets. Facing the home team. And folks, Bradley Beal will not be in the lineup, out with the injury.
Kevin, he's only going to be out a short period of time. You know, he got hurt in that last game. Not available tonight, but they do expect him back soon.
There should be plenty of action down in the painted area tonight, Greg, with the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
Now, here's Ivy. To the right side. And a wide open look for Portis. A three-pointer, no good. Here's Antetokounmpo. And stolen by Ivy. Shot on the wing. And he hits the jumper for two.
Well, look, if he misses that shot, coach might think of benching him. He's pretty fortunate he got that one to go.
And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Nuggets. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Well, I was able to speak with Quinn Snyder just before the game. I asked him what his team needed to do in order to contain Giannis Antetokounmpo. Coach told me we have to make sure to communicate and help out on defense, specifically clogging up and taking away lanes to the rim. That's how he can really hurt you. Of course, it'll be an all-hands-on-deck tonight approach, trying to stop the Greek Freak. Guys?
Thank you, David. Now here's Randall, following the miss by Giannis. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
Relentless on the backboard. Randall, a fantastic rebounder, and that time it directly leads to points.
Here is Daniels. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. There's a screen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Drops in the tray.
The Aussie Daniels finding his stroke from three.
Neesmith. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Outside for Randall. And stolen by Portis. This one for three. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And you look at this year's Denver team, you know, Greg, trying to get more from their bench than they did last year.
Yeah, and you just don't want your starters to play so many minutes that they get gassed in the postseason. That's something Denver's trying to avoid this time around. Easier said, though, than done.
Now Johnson. Following the miss by Julius Randle from deep. Nice shot by Portis. Portis has got his second bucket tonight.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Picked by Randle. Shot to stop the run. And it's good on the layup.
And you love watching Giannis operate inside. So assertive enforcement.
Here's Ivy with the drive. Drops in the layup for two.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
To the paint. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing. Well, he's been very efficient in this quarter. Keep getting him the ball.
Here's Ivy. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now, he averages about 9 points a game. On the wing, Daniels. Back to White. It's stolen by Alvarado. Inside. Here's Randle. Out to Brooks. Pass to Antetokounmpo. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. That's a tall order these days, especially because he gets doubled every single time. And so he makes both from the line.
And what I love about Giannis, yeah, he's a superstar, an MVP, a champion. But best of all, Giannis is an incredible ambassador for the game.
White, good.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Here's Giannis. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
And Aaron Nesmith gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
44 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Ivy. Shot clock at 6. As the son of 2 professional athletes, Stan, Jaden Ivey was raised around sports. He knows the culture.
Yeah, that's an understatement, Kevin. His grandfather and father both played professional football. His mom played in the WNBA. She's now a college coach, but she also spent some time as an assistant with the Grizzlies. This guy has had sports from the time he was born.
Randle outside. And Antetokounmpo inside. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Now Ivy. He gets it up. And so both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. Up by 3. And we'll be
the Nuggets. 14.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Throughout the first quarter, they did a great job of just running the offense.
Yeah, and I love to see this kind of communication between teammates. Great player movement, great ball movement.
And the call will be against Julius Randle. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Denver on D. They trail by 3. Ivy on the wing. 5 on the clock. Here's Johnson.
What effort from Randall putting in work on the defensive end.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now, 6 for 8 on the night.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Outside, White. For 3, Portis. Alvarado grabs the board. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, Giannis Antetokounmpo is not one to puff out his chest and chase accolades. He said, I put the work in. That's how I get my confidence. I don't follow the media or my stats. What I know is that I put the work in, and I try to be the best version of myself. And that focus has served him well. Kevin?
It has. You know, his dedication, David, unquestioned. We appreciate the report. Buries it from 3-point range. Brooks has got the lead up to 4 now for the Nuggets.
Oh, spacing the floor. Brooks is comfortable shooting it from deep.
White up top. Pass to Portis. Daniels with it. To the middle. Here's Johnson. And it's Johnson with the jam.
Yeah, plenty of power behind that move from Johnson.
Here's Antetokounmpo. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Well, what a half he's had. He has completely warped the shape of this game with his hot shooting.
And Aaron Nesmith gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Team foul.
Well, he's going to have to watch himself now. It's a little early for that second foul.
Pass to Portis. Back to White. There's the triple. That ball is in the basket. Now he's shot 6 and made 3 of them. Stan, I could talk about coaching with you from morning till night, but what's the most difficult part of coaching that maybe the average fan doesn't know about?
Well, there's probably a lot of things like that, Kevin, so I'll just give you one. When you're coaching a star player who's on the decline a little bit, in his own mind, he's still that guy he was in his best years, but you have to limit his role, not get him as many shots, things like that, and there can be some tension, and it's with a guy that you have huge, huge respect for.
That's a great example. Coaching an aging star, very difficult. And the basket is good. And now a 5-point Nugget lead. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Denver.
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
And not only that, their elite conditioning evident from the pace they're playing offensively. Boy, they are getting out and running.
Denver leading by 5. Randle outside. Fires from deep. That's no good, and now he's missed 2 and made 2. Here's White, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
We'll talk about a guy who gives you exceptional effort. Derek White is always watching the floor for gaps he can fill, places he can make a difference in the game.
And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. It's rebounded by Portis. 1:57 left now here in the second. Offensive rebound. Johnson gets the bucket. Johnson's got 4 points in the quarter.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
No one near Randall as he lets it go. Buries the long-range jumper. Randall's got 7 points in the game. Now, here's Ivy. He's got 5. Wide a screen. Clock at 4. And slam dunk by Ivy.
And man, can Ivy fly. I mean, a big-time finisher.
Here's Antetokounmpo. And stolen by Ivy. In the corner, Daniels. White looking around. And there's the drive. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And it's now only a 1-point Nugget lead.
Well, you know, White is quietly one of the league's most effective finishers on the drive.
Yeah, the defender all over.
This is his second trip to the free throw line.
Probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. Ivy with it. 7 points in the game. .23 seconds left in the second quarter. White with it. He's picked up by Brooks. Pass to Eubanks. Hits it from three-point range. Eubanks got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Antetokounmpo. Unstoppable drive by Giannis.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Denver on top. They're up by 1. And we'll be back right after this. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. And Denver decides to take their first time out here.
Start it.
And here's Ivy. Right a screen. Poked away. Neesmith with the ball. He's picked up by White. White with the defensive effort.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
Johnson the screen. As a coach, what were some of your favorite parts, Stan, of life on the road?
Well, Kevin, we get treated really well on the road in the NBA. I mean, you travel on great charters. People take care of your bags. We stay in great hotels. But my favorite part of being on the road was when we were on our way home. Easier to win at home, family at home. That was the favorite part.
How about the bonding experience that a lot of coaches talk about when you're out there kind of alone against the forces, just you and your team?
Well, I definitely think players bond on trips like that because they're not going in different directions. They team to spend time together. I don't think any of them ever wanted to spend time with me.
Clock at 6. There's the screen. It's rebounded by Neesmith.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Giannis outside. Eubanks grabs the miss. Down low. Ivy on the wing. 7 points in the game. Pass to Johnson. Off target from three-point range.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Back to Randall. Giannis right side. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Pass to Johnson. Now Eubanks. Here's White. Connects from three-point range. White's got 5 points now this quarter.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
Eubanks, no good. Nuggets trail.
Maybe the most highly skilled big man in our league. Giannis is also one of the most frequently fouled bigs in our game.
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
He doesn't get the second one.
Well, they had a chance for the lead right there, but we're all evened up.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Antetokounmpo. Eubanks grabs the miss.
Yeah, not at his most efficient this quarter. He's got to work on finding high percentage shots.
Over in the corner, Portis. Shot clock at 5. Here's Eubanks. Lays it up off the glass. Eubanks got 5 now.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Here's Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo with the jam.
And we see this often now from Giannis. His offensive repertoire has become so versatile.
And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Here's Ivy. 9 points in the game so far. Midas Green. The shot by Ivy, no good. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for Denver. Brooks outside.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
His three-pointers off the mark. .153 left to play in the third. Pass to Daniel. Good on the three-point shot. He has 6.
And look, Daniels knows he has to keep working on his jumper. And these kind of shots only improve his confidence.
Here's Portis. Now Daniels. Back to Portis. Daniels with it. 4 on the shot clock. Pulls up. And it's good off the back rim and in. Portis has got his third bucket of the night.
Daniels using that vision.
Picked by Randall. Here's Antetokounmpo. Great D that time from Portis. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there. And we've seen them come out and be much more active defensively this half.
Outside Portis. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Portis has got 9.
As the lead continues to grow, this is just heady, sound basketball.
Well, that third quarter is when you want to increase your lead. Really building it up before that final quarter.
So strong. Giannis has really added some bulk since entering the league. Helps him absorb the contact.
Portis the screen. To the inside. Just 5 on the clock. And as we end the third quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well.
Your home team.
They're up by 7. And fourth.
41.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Timeout called. Nuggets. Without question, Derek White displaying his skills today.
And he's in a complete groove right now. I don't think they can stop him altogether, but they at least need to make him work a little harder than he has been.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Was able to listen on what David Adelman went over with his team. The coach told his players, hey, they're feeling the pressure over there. Keep pressing, keep fighting. They're starting to crack. Now let's get this game even, guys.
Thanks, David. Pass to Giannis. And the basket is good. The call goes his way, and we could be looking at a three-point play.
First team foul. Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Free throw no good for Giannis.
I think what makes Giannis special is how uncomplicated he is. The man is just an incredible, pure athlete who simply loves the game of basketball. That's all there is to it.
Cans it from downtown.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Here's Antetokounmpo. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on White.
And how about the attack there from Giannis inside, going right into the defense and still able to get the shot up. And still yet to make a free throw this quarter. That is rough.
White wide open. He fires. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating.
And the long strides of Antetokounmpo, once he gets downhill, there's almost no stopping.
Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Pass to Daniels. Right a screen. Portis inside the three-point line. And it's Denver with the rebound.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
Here's Giannis. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And Antetokounmpo slamming it down there, using his sensational will to finish with the flush.
Now Daniels. Outside, White. Beyond the arc. Brooks grabs the board. The Nuggets trail by 4. And their offense is really clicking right now.
Playing with a lot of energy and really taking it to the defense. And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
Well, you know this is when they lean on him, and he delivers with a much-needed score.
Out to the right wing. Here's Eubanks. Outside Portis. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off the shot. 24-second violation.
Well, that one stings. In a game where every possession counts, he just gave one away.
Left side, Antetokounmpo. To tie it up. And it's Daniels with the rebound.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Outside Portis. Pass to Daniels. And the drought. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
And Antetokounmpo's size, no doubt a huge factor, a master at getting up to block shots. There is no question Antetokounmpo is a star in this league. This team trusts him to make the big shot.
Right side, White. Pass to Daniels. And here's Ivy. Brooks covering. Denver grabs the miss. Here's Denver now. They've got an 8-0 run.
2 minutes remaining.
Here's Young. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Man, with that skill set at 6'11", Giannis might be the toughest guard in the league.
He's off on the free throw and able to get that second one to drop in.
Well, not a perfect trip to the line, but he gets the one he needed to put them in the driver's seat.
Daniels with it. White left side. Pass to Portis. It's White on the wing. Over Randall. And it's White missing. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Nuggets. They played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points.
And you know, he knows he's the leader of this team. Giannis embracing the opportunity to come through with big baskets.
And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. And the home team has possession. .119 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And it's White missing. Denver leads by 3. Ball's not loose. Three-pointer, Daniels. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Here's Denver now. They're on a 13-3 run. Pass to Alvarado. Three-pointer. That one misses. .40 seconds left in the fourth quarter. It's White on the wing. Inside. And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. .29 seconds left in the fourth. Just 3 to shoot. Portis inside the three-point line. Randall grabs the board. Now, here's Nesmith. Pass to Randall. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Man, it took forever for them to commit that foul. I don't know why they didn't do it right away. Those are precious seconds.
First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so both free throws are good. And it's a 5-point game.
And that'll just about do it. Coming through at the line in a big spot.
And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. So we see Denver get the win here. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation